Last summer, Ferrari announced plans to fit its award-winning twin-turbo V8 into its previously V12-only FF successor, the GTC4 Lusso. Aimed at younger buyers, the Lusso T for turbo, of course, is a rear-wheel drive four-seater. Ferrari says it's a car for those who want a Ferrari for daily use, and in mainly urban environments. It's the first time Ferrari has offered more than one engine in a single model, too. Bosses insist this isn't just another version of the GTC4, though. This Lusso T is in fact the sixth member of the current Ferrari family, sitting above the California T and 488 GTB, but below its 681 bhp V12 sibling. A single prod of the big, red, steering wheel-mounted starter button fires a 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8 into life with a ferile bark. A quick stab of the throttle allays any fears that this new GTC might have lost any of its sense of occasion, the engine rasping to 7,500 RPM, then burbling consistently at idle. Despite Ferrari claiming that many GTC4 Lusso Ts will live in the city, what the car is like to drive will surely remain as high a priority for buyers as it is on any model with a prancing horse on its nose. Thankfully, by removing some cylinders and switching from four to rear-wheel drive, engineers have saved a considerable 55 kilograms from the V12 single-S near-two-tonne kerbweight. The 8-cylinder car tips the scales at 1,865 kilograms. It's certainly nimble enough. The super-sharp steering gives it an incredibly keen front end. The wheel isn't full of feel, but the astounding levels of grip from the chassis allow you to push the car, reveling in the accurate and positive turn-in. Ditching the front-driven axle has permitted Ferrari to move the engine back for a more favorable 46/54 rear weight bias. It works well, too, giving you a constant sensation of being pushed rather than being pulled. With the ESC systems off, the Lusso T will slither out of corners thanks to the brand's clever slip-slide control 3.0 SSC3 setup. The new car retains the F12TDF's rear-wheel steer system, too, improving agility and giving the GTC the feeling of a car with a far shorter wheelbase. Just like in the 488, any hint of turbo lag has been almost totally eliminated by Ferrari's trick variable boost management system, displaying instant throttle response throughout the rev range. On a twisting mountain road you could happily sit in third gear all the way up and all the way down, without shifting once. The 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox isn't as slick as a Porsche-produced P2K, but there's a visceral feeling to it, one that's only heightened by use of the GTC4 single-S huge carbon fiber paddles. While the V8 loses out on raw horsepower, 603 bhp plays 681 bhp, the turbocharged motor actually packs an extra 63 New Mexico of torque. It's not as relaxed or effortless as the V12, but it feels almost as quick. The Lusso T will sprint from 0-62 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds and hit 199 miles per hour flat out. That's just 1/10 slower and 9 miles per hour shy of its more expensive stablemate. However, where that sharp setup works well in the corners, the GTC4 Lusso T appears fidgety on the straight and narrow, especially along some of Italy's most broken roads. Around town, this new Lusso T belies its size, though, and never feels as large as its bulky dimensions would suggest. It's easy to see past the long, sweeping bonnet, while the well-proportioned door mirrors allow you to squeeze through surprisingly tight gaps. The driving position is spot on, and while visibility out the back is as compromised as ever, the standard fit reversing camera takes the strain away from any tricky maneuvers.